Okay guys, today's lesson with this butterfly that you got in your kit a couple of weeks ago is a lesson in symmetry. Symmetry means things are the same on one side as they are the other. Take your hands and lay them down on the table like this. You have a right hand and you have a left hand. And now point to your eyes, your ojos. You have a right eye and a left eye. Now point to your ears, your orejas. You have a right ear and a left ear. God made us symmetrical, and He also made butterflies symmetrical. Now this project I have stolen from my friend Laura Donahoe. She is a retired art teacher and wonderful friend of mine, and she's given me lots of her samples, and I thought this would be so fun for you guys to do at home. So here's some of her samples. It looks like she used a permanent marker to make designs, noticing that they're the same right and left, and then painted it. This feels like it was painted with acrylic paint, and then put glitter over the top. How fun is that? But before we go any further, I want to show you some real butterflies. Here at my home studio, I have an extensive reference library of different reference photos of all kinds of different things, and this is a great butterfly picture which shows you the symmetry that we are talking about. You notice how whatever's on this side is also going to be on this side. Isn't that just beautiful? I just love the way that God has made butterflies for us to enjoy and to move pollen. Okay, I took Mrs. Donahoe's project and took it one step further. In your kit, you've got a front side and then you've got a back side of your butterfly. And what I'd like for you to do is to decorate both sides. They don't have to be exactly the same, but they do have to be symmetrical. Decorate both sides and then we'll paste them together. And I've got a sample here. I did this one as a kind of a Zentangle. So here's the front of him, and then there's the back of him, kind of a zebra stripe thing going on. And here's one that Mr. JD did out of just colored pencils. Here's the front, and here's the back. And then when you cut them out, you put them together like this and use your glue stick. It's a little bit, let me move these guys. It's a little bit tricky to get it all lined up, but what I found the most effective is to put glue stick in the middle of both sides and line that up and put it on maybe a dark surface or something that's going to contrast, and do your very, very best to get it all lined up quickly. You may want to have an adult help you with it. Press down your glue stick and then you've got it anchored. Then you can take the wings and peel them back and put glue stick clear out to the edge. If it gets on the table, it's easily washable with just some warm water. All the way around the edge on every piece of him, all the way around. Then after he gets glued completely together, you may find some places that don't quite jive, like they stick out like that, and that's what happened with mine. So all I did was I went around and trimmed the edges that were sticking out that I didn't like, and then went around with my Sharpie and blackened it in, and now when it's finished it looks just dandy. Okay, before we end this, let me show you some more of Mrs. Donahoe's samples. This one she glued some little jewels to using permanent marker, and then this looks like colored pencil, and then maybe watercolor on top of the colored pencil. How cool is that? You can just experiment and have fun with this, but remember, whatever is on this side needs to be on this side, because God made butterflies and us very symmetrical. And also, let me find my color wheel here. You might want to stick with colors that are pretty much analogous or close to each other on the color wheel. Notice Mrs. Donahoe used the greens and blues, and that's very effective for this guy here. We've got blues and greens again. Here we have all nice warm colors. See, that kind of harmony in color makes your work just really stand out and really beautiful. Here's another one over here that's blues and greens. Looks like she took her markers and then did watercolor over the top of it. Your markers in your kit may bleed a little bit, but that could be cool too. So have some fun with this, make you some butterflies, and when they come back to school, I want to hang them up from the ceiling so that they show both sides. Okay. Praise God, stay inspired, and keep making art.